Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is James. This is Jamie Dodger Flips. So I've been on holiday for the last 2 weeks. You probably wouldn't have known that because I've been releasing a few videos. I think I released about 3 videos whilst I was away, so I hope you enjoyed them. But yeah, I've been in Scotland for the last 2 weeks. We got home about 2 AM this morning. One of the worst drives I've done from Scotland. We literally came out the services and met the traffic, and we were stuck there for about 2 hours. So that added 2 hours onto the journey. And then after that, it was just like 50 miles per hour zones. And yeah, just all the stuff you wouldn't really expect on a Sunday evening drive home. And again, this morning, nice welcome from the builders who are digging up the road next door and just making a massive noise. So I was going to film this morning. I've waited till this afternoon. I've picked all my orders, as you can see. Only got 20 going out from 2 weeks of holiday orders, which I'm pretty happy with. I didn't really expect too much because the shop has been dipping a bit in sales anyway, because I haven't been listing as much. And of course, I had a 2-week dispatch time for the first few days of the holiday. So as the holiday went on, the sales kind of picked up a little bit, but I wouldn't say it ever took off fully. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what happened anyway. Still managed to get some decent sales, a decent amount of profit. And yeah, of course, as you guys all know, if you sell on eBay, it's an absolute blessing to be making money whilst away on holiday and just relaxing. In case you wanted to get into eBay selling and you're wondering how it works when you go on holiday, so I set my shop onto time away mode for the max time, which was 2 weeks. So that was from like the 10th of June to the 24th of June. And then every sale that came in, it averaged like 1 or 2 sales a day. I just copied this message from my notes in my phone and just sent it to the buyer just to reassure them that I've received their money and they will get their order eventually, but there will be a delay. I'd say about 75% of them, they all replied to the message saying, yep, perfectly fine with me, I read the message, but thanks for confirming it anyway, all that stuff. But then a few of them just ignored it completely. Nobody cancelled, which I was quite surprised with, and also didn't get a single return. So usually when I go on holiday, especially like a 2-week holiday or something like that, as soon as we leave, as soon as we're on the way there in the car, get a little notification on my phone, return requested. And of course, nothing at all for 2 weeks. So I'm really pleased with that. Means the shop's performing well, means my items are good, people are happy with my items. Couldn't be happier. Of course, then we also released 3 YouTube videos and they all outperformed each other. They did really well. One of the car boot videos, I think, hit like 30,000 views, which of course that brings in an extra income as well. So I know a lot of you guys who watch aren't YouTubers as well, but it's nice to know that the business is also making money in the background whilst away on holiday. Apologies if you do hear the builders making noises outside. I think they're on their lunch break at the moment, so I'm going to try and cram in some sales now. If they start up and they're too loud, I'll just stop and probably end up filming the rest of this like later on or whatever. But anyway, let's get into some sales and see how far we can get. Enjoy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start from the bottom of the pile and just work my way up. I'm not going to go in price order or anything like that. So we've got 20 sales in total. The first one is, I've actually wrapped up in bubble wrap. It's that little Sony Walkman stereo radio thingy you saw me pick up in, I think, my previous car boot video. Paid £1 for that, and then right next to it she had these basic Sony headphones, which she also wanted £1 for. So I gave her £2 for the 2 of them, and they sat around for about a week. And then I think on the first day of holiday, that sale came through. £34.99, free postage. I think I mentioned it before, but I'm now offering free postage on everything throughout the shop. I just think it works better. It still generates the sales. There's still plenty of profit to be made. Of course, as you saw, £2 paid for that into £35. Once you take away eBay fees, taxes, there's still plenty of profit there. Right, next up, pair of shoes. Got plenty of shoes to go through in these sales. A few everything items from the car boots and other places, but the majority of the sales are shoes, as you guys are used to. We've got these Skechers here. These are the Crowder Fit, I think they're called, but the condition is really good. Obviously, I just cleaned them up a little bit. Got the midsoles a little bit more whiter. Got these off Vinted. I want to say I paid about £8 for them. Once again, I bought all these shoes quite a while ago now. Haven't touched the shop, haven't made a video, haven't done anything in 2 weeks. I've just switched off completely. So my brain isn't fully in the game. You guys know what I do. Usually buy the shoes on Vinted, sell them on eBay. Yeah, £8, maybe £10 paid. They've sold for £42.99. And next up, something I haven't sold in a really long time is this Panasonic, I think it's like a Freeview box of some sort, but I think it's 500 gig storage, so really popular. They sell for really strong money. It also came with the remote and instructions and a power cable. I paid £5 for it at a jumble trail about 3 weeks ago now, about a week before we left for holiday. Listed it, sat around for just about a week or so, and that one sold full price for $79.99. That one blew me away a little bit. £5 from a little jumble trail. We don't get them often around this area, but my wife obviously uses Facebook. I don't really use Facebook anymore. Every time one gets notified on her feed or whatever, we try and go there just to look for little toys for the little one. But of course, if I'm going along as well, I'm going to look for some bargains. That was a bargain. £5 for that one. So yeah, starting the holiday strong. £5 into 80. Really decent flip there. Next up, we've got these Innovates X Talon 212s. So just like trail running shoes, a little bit worn, a little bit of cracking on the sides and stuff, but nothing really too bad or anything to worry about. I wouldn't say it's really cracked like majorly, it's just the sort of outer sort of cosmetic damage. These ones again, bought them vintage. I remember them being really cheap. The lady said she just wanted rid of them, she's just doing a clear out. I think I paid like £4 plus the fees, so probably around £7 or £8 all in. They have sold for £34.99, so take away all the fees and all that, probably around £20 profit all in. Alright, one to look out for on Vinted are city cycling boots and of course motorbike boots. You would have seen in that charity shop video with my sister, she picked up a pair of the city motorcycle boots. I think she sold them for 85. Cycling trainers do pretty much just as well, to be honest. If you're buying them brand new, they're probably £100 plus. These ones are in excellent condition, not much wear to them whatsoever. There's the soles there. So these have the carbon sole, which obviously makes them a lot more popular. As long as that's in good condition, someone will pay good money for these. These were put on Vinted for £15, and for some reason, I thought I'd try and haggle and offered £10. He then ignored that for like an hour or something, and then randomly came back to me with like £12.50. I should have just paid £15 for them and just paid up a little bit, because that's not really paying up, because the sale price was really good. They ended up selling for £59.99. If you're buying them, make sure the clips here work properly. You know, if these are broken, then they're really no good at all. So make sure that clips in, holds properly, and is all good. Next up, I've got a pair of Brooks. I remember these being really cheap as well. I can't remember exactly. I want to say like £4. I'll flash up what I paid on the screen on Vinted if I can find it. She sold them really cheap because they had little holes in the heels. I don't know how well you can see it. I don't know how well my lighting is, to be honest. I've got a big light here. Let's move that there. There you go. Little hole there. Same on the other shoe. But if you actually look at the soles and stuff, they're pretty good. And they're a really quite expensive model. I think these ones are like £100 plus at retail price, brand new. But yeah, they sold for me pre-owned for £32.99. So you've seen these ones before in a recent sales Vinted sniping video. Paid £10 plus the fees on Vinted, so really, really cheap. If you look at the condition, really good condition once again. Usually these are worn down and are really flat. But yeah, these ones sold full price for £62.99. And once again, if you're buying retail brand new, they're probably going to be, I don't know, near 100, 80, 90 quid. Look out for the little Nike triangle mountain thingy there. That kind of indicates that it's a trail shoe. And yeah, trail shoes tend to go for a little bit more money than sort of standard running shoes, like those ones there. Right, so far so good. The builders haven't started working yet. I can hear them chatting away, so they're probably just ending their lunch break in like 10 minutes or so, and they'll start the engines up again. But so far so good. If it gets bad, we'll go into the house and carry on the rest of the orders. But for now, let's keep going through them. Got these Adidas Sambas here. Can't really talk too much about these. I show them so often on the channel. Pick up so many of these on Vinted, and they usually fly out the door straight away. Great condition, as you can see. These ones here have sold for £39.99. My buy price for these in this condition is usually around a tenner, so I'm going to say I paid a tenner for those ones. Right, this next pickup here of Vinted, I was a little bit confused when I bought them because they're brand new. The guy sold them for a tenner, which is super cheap for Barker's. If you're buying Barker's brand new in the shops, probably paying 120, 150 quid. The only issue is, on the soles, for some weird reason, they have a little stamp saying imperfect. I don't know how well you can see that on each shoe. And I've searched these shoes really thoroughly to try and find that imperfection, and I couldn't find anything. They look perfect. I know obviously these are like handmade and then I think hand checked in the factory, and if there's a slight imperfection, they'll obviously put that big stamp on it, which maybe reduces the price a little bit. The only thing I can spot is on the stitching on the heel, one of them on this right shoe is a little bit more scruffy than the left shoe. You can hardly even see it, to be honest. Other than that, they're absolutely perfect. They're both the exact same size, and they're a lovely pair. So no box or anything, but £10 paid on Vinted plus the fees, and they sold for £69.99 on eBay. So once again, a quality little moneymaker. I just hope this imperfection doesn't flare up when the buyer starts wearing them and they fall apart or something. But we'll wait and see. Hopefully they're all good. Got these Nike ACGs, just a basic sort of trail walking shoe. Can't remember what I paid. I bought them quite a long time ago on Vinted when I kind of first started. They sat in one of these boxes just in the background, just sitting there collecting dust until the sale came through. They have sold for £27.99. I don't think I paid more than a tenner for them, so not the best flip ever, but still a little bit of profit. Got these Salomon XA Elevates, I think they're called. Once again, trail running shoe. Pretty much brand new. I think the lady sold them brand new on Vinted, or like worn once or something. But I gave them a little wipe down, and they pretty much came up as new, as you can see. These have sold for £37.99, and again, they just gave them away on Vinted. It still amazes me how cheap people give away stuff. I don't know if they're super rich, they just want to clear space and just for a little bit of money, or they just make that mistake and just underprice their stuff. I'll try and find the buy on Vinted and try and flash these up, but I'm pretty sure I paid like £8 for these ones plus the fees. So as you know, Salomons are a great brand. They sell really well. So yeah, I'm always going to be picking these up if they're in the right condition. And once again, just like I mentioned with those Salomons, got these Brooks here. They're only a size 4, so they're a little bit small, women's size, but they still sold. They did sit around a little bit longer, of course. If you're buying the sort of smaller sizes, expect them to sit around a little bit longer than sort of a size 5 or 6. Size 4s just maybe aren't the most popular size in women's. Once again, absolute bargain. These are brand new, unworn. There we go, there's all the tags inside. They're a little bit of an older model of Brooks, but that doesn't stop people paying up for them if they're still brand new. These have sold for £49.99. Paid just £12 plus the fees on Vinted. I thought I sold a few more like random items than I did, but I only sold 2 extra ones. The rest of the sales from now on are still shoes. So if you're getting bored, you can click away. I know a lot of you appreciate the shoe updates, and of course I'm going to keep making videos of my shoe sales because they're good little money makers. These Innovates here have sold full price for £49.99. I either paid £10 or £15 on Vinted. It was a brand new seller to Vinted, so I got free postage. I'm leaning more towards the side of 15. I think I paid 15 plus the Vinted fee, so about £16 all in, but selling for 50 quid, of course, plenty of profit there for me. Bit of a rare one to look out for. Innovate weightlifting shoes. I always thought they just did running shoes, such as that one there, but yeah, turns out they do weightlifting ones as well. Right, I've just heard the builders starting up their machines again, so I'm probably gonna quit the video here. I might film the rest tomorrow, or I might just go in the house now and film it, but I'm gonna package up what I've shown you so far, get them out to the shop, and then probably see you either later on today or tomorrow morning. See you in a bit. Alright, it's now about 3 o'clock. The builders have actually left. They left about 2:30, so nice easy day for them in the sun. A bit of an early finish, but that's good for me. It means it's nice and peaceful. It means I can crack on with this filming without any interruptions. Yes, so I have actually packaged up the 13 orders that I've just shown you. Sent them off to the shop already. I've got 7 more to go. I didn't expect to come back to this heat. It's absolutely boiling. In Scotland, it was pretty much cloudy the whole holiday. The first like 2 or 3 days were pretty sunny, so we managed to get the bike rides and the walks and stuff in on those sort of like 2 or 3 days. Just classic British weather, I guess. Okay, so 7 more sales. Let's start from the bottom again, work our way up to the very last one that came in. I haven't had a sale today, had no sales yesterday either, so the eBay shop is dying a death right now, but it happens, and I will be drafting lots of listings up just to try and push it again ready for July. This kind of happens when you take a holiday. It kind of just hits your shop quite hard, so do get ready for it. It's quite hard just to get back into the motion. You're not feeding the beast, you're not tickling the algorithm, if you will. Don't worry about the slow days, it will pick up again. Myself, I'm completely out of rhythm. I need to get back into that routine. I haven't sniped anything on Vinted for 2 weeks, can you believe it? So yeah, I need to get back into that. Anyway, let's show you the next sale. The next sale that came through was these high-techs. So again, not too special. I brought these for, I want to say, £25 with a pair of Skechers, which are also brand new in box. So I paid like 28 quid all in, just under 30 quid. The Skechers sold for about 45 a few months back. These ones sat around a little bit longer because they're obviously not as a desirable brand as Skechers, but they were both brand new in box. So yeah, that's why the Skechers sold so well. So yeah, about 30 quid into potentially 70, 80 pound. These are the high-tech ones, again, brand new. The exact model is the Trail Destroyer. So yeah, the high-tech Trail Destroyer. Brand new with box, like I said. They've gone for £39.99, these ones. Yeah, I think she had them up for like £15 each. Made a little bundle, sent an offer on that bundle for £25. It doesn't happen often on Vinted because people obviously snipe stuff so quickly, but if you can, try and get bundle deals because there's some really good money to be made. Okay, these ones here, next sale. Another pair of shoes, got these Echo Golf Core, I want to call them. So the soles are really good. They've only been walked on like grass and stuff, so the actual soles themselves, they're a little bit muddy when I got them, but they haven't actually been worn down that much. But these, not bad at all. A little bit of an older model, but they still sold for a really strong price of £42.99. So strong money, and on Vinted, I'll try and show the comp, but I believe I paid just £5 for these ones. Okay, we did a jumble trail, the same one that I said I picked up, that Panasonic Freeview player, which is out the door now. It's really beaten up, the box is quite beaten up. But it's sealed Lego. They had a little price tag on it of £2.50, so didn't haggle, just gave them the £2.50. Brand new sealed Lego set. Wasn't sure on the price. Lego Technic, can't go too wrong. It's creased, but if you look there, the actual open tab is still sealed, so hopefully all the Lego in there is all in good shape and not damaged at all. I'm sure that's all okay. That has sold for £14.99, so not massive profit, but no fees on top or anything apart from eBay fees. Just the £2.50 into £15, free postage. Take away postage out of that, there's probably around £5 to £7 profit for me. Not massive money, but I'm not going to leave it there. £2.50 sealed Lego. Okay, the next sale. Got these pair of Asics Meta Speed Edge. These are really lightweight running shoes. They've got a carbon sole in the bottom there, so really stiff. So with every step you obviously bend and then get propelled forward, so helps with your running times, makes you run faster, further, better, whatever. They sold them on Vinted as very good. They're pretty good condition. The soles have a little bit of wear to them, but not too much really. It's more just like sort of stones that have dug into the actual soft sole here, but they're fine. Paid £15 on Vinted plus the fees, and on eBay they've sold for a whooping £84.99. So yeah, really decent profit on these ones. And to make it even better, a few days before this sale came in, full price, I had this buyer on eBay trying to get them for 50 quid. He was like, there's no way you're going to sell these for the price you're asking. Who's going to buy pre-owned shoes for that much money? All that classic stuff you get from people. And he said, most I'll pay is £50. So he was trying to get me to accept his low offer of 50 quid. But I checked recent solds, and the exact same colour, the exact same shoe was selling for around £100 pre-owned. Brand new. If you go on the Asics website, I think there's something like 150 or 180, somewhere in between that price. They had so much money for the lightness of the shoe. I guess that's what they can do when they put a carbon plate in the sole. There's always people trying to doubt your prices. Aim high if you can. If you want a quick profit, quick flip, then yeah, sure, underprice yourself a little bit under the market. It makes sense, you know, if you can get the stock in fast enough and you can just price it accurately, you can make some decent money. I like to just try and test the market a little bit and just hold it up at the high price for a little bit longer than most people would. And if someone buys it, happy days. If no one buys it between like 2 and 3 weeks after listing it, then I go and drop the price 5-10 quid, and eventually that item will sell. So yeah, definitely one to look out for. Like, once again, can't believe these people sold them for £15 on Vinted. Absolutely unreal. Okay, talking of bundle deals, had another one with these ones here. Bought these, and I can't even remember what the other shoe was. It was about 3 months ago now. I probably wouldn't have bought them if I knew they would sit this long, but yeah, they sat around for way longer than I thought. They've sold for £36.99. Just a pair of Nike sock dart, sort of like burgundy red or wine red, whatever you want to call it. I think they're brand new, or maybe like used once. This lady somehow had tons of shoes in pretty much new, near new condition, and was just selling them really cheap. So I made a little bundle, sent an offer, and got these pretty cheap. Definitely a bit of profit there for me. Can't remember exactly what I paid. I want to say around £10. Probably sent like a £20 offer on her little bundle. And yeah, she happily accepted. Okay, so the next pair. You would have seen me pick up a similar pair at the car boot sale, which I've actually just cleaned up this morning. Yeah, this pair here, similar to the Timberland Killingtons that I usually sell. This pair is called the Broad Street, I think it is. Yeah, so Timberland Broad Street, very similar, as you can see, sort of high top men's Timberlands. They've sold for a lovely £46.99. I can't remember exactly what I paid, but once again, wouldn't have been more than sort of £10, £12. And finally, that brings us to the final sale of the holiday. So 20 sales in total. Previously, when I've put my shop on holiday mode for like 2 weeks or so, I'd have probably 30, 35 items going out. But the difference there was that was when I was selling like really cheap rubbish stuff, and it would be like, I don't know, something like that. Sell for like 2 quid, a little clip it. The difference is now that the buy price is a little bit higher, which makes the sales a little bit higher. So I'd say less quantity of sales, but more quality. That's definitely what I'm aiming towards sort of this year on my eBay shop. Exactly with this next sale here. Also, I just wanted to say, if you're really enjoying this video so far, please do hit the like button. Drop a comment below. I really do appreciate any likes you guys give. It all helps with the YouTube algorithm. We are approaching 20,000 subs, which is unreal. It still blows my mind that I've actually managed to get this channel off the ground, and yeah, we've passed, like, even getting 1,000 subs was massive, so 20,000, unreal. Thank you so much, guys. Anyway, next sale. Got a cable there, you may recognise it, and here's the next clue. There we go. You should know what it is by now. You would have seen this in my previous car boot video, or I think the one before that, one of the car boot videos that I released whilst away. This is the Bose Sound Dock Series 2. Paid £10 at the car boot, and it's sold full price for £62.99. And this is what I was talking about just now with pricing and stuff. If I wanted a really quick sale, I could have priced this at sort of like £54.99, and because that seems to be the sort of overall sale price. But I'm happy to wait on these. They always sell so well for me. And if it's in good enough condition, someone will pay up a little bit more just to get that condition. And of course, the original remote, that costs a lot of money. And then the power cable as well. So I tried it at $62.99. A little bit of a random number, but somebody picked it off and paid full price. A lovely car boot to eBay flip. So I do enjoy Vinted, but the car boot to eBay is where it's at, really. That's where some really good money is made without any like Vinted fees on top or anything. As I've said previously, it's just a lovely £10 cash into eBay flip. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, that concludes the video. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Like I said, if you could just hit the like button below, hit the subscribe button if you're not already, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. See ya. You say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.